I've announced last year that I want to drive with my first car, a VW Golf 5, to every single country in the European Union. This is the first trip where I want to drive 3,500 kilometers all around the Baltic Sea. Well, another day, another 8.5 hours of driving. Welcome to Gdynia, Poland. And I've driven yesterday this road, and honestly this road is in the middle of the city, but it's just so windy. It's actually beautiful with all the trees. The tarmac is perfect. I mean, you couldn't ask for more. Look at it. I mean, the road is actually beautiful. I mean, to be fair, you can only drive like 50 kilometers per hour. You know, that's kind of one negative point of it, but other than that, it's actually quite cool. I actually filmed on this road yesterday a montage. If you have seen pretty much the end of, oh nice, a Mustang. Nice. If you've seen the last video, you might have watched it. I filmed a bit on this road with no commentary, and yeah, I thought after I woke up today, which is like now 45 minutes ago, I want to do it, but I want to actually do commentary on this road, because this is actually really cool if you ask me. We have now 820 kilometers to go, and this road is, yeah, as I already said, really cool. Look how it has. And this is in the middle of the city. It's literally in the middle of the city, and this road is actually, it's actually fun to drive. Apologies, my car is very dirty, but you know, I have already driven 2,664.6 kilometers on this trip so far. Today is the last stint back home to Germany, and yeah, then we have done the Baltic Sea circulation, which is just crazy. Look now there's a hairpin corner. This is crazy, honestly. I mean, in the middle of the city, we are now in Gdynia. This is Gdynia. Just connecting the lower part with the top part, I think it is. I mean, that's crazy, and I have a Mustang behind me, which is also really nice. This road, honestly, I actually haven't been this excited since the Norwegian road trip series, where I've driven the Atlantic Ocean road. But yeah, I mean, this road is in a city. Just to put in some context, you can't find any kind of these roads, you know, in Germany somewhere, literally in a city. But yeah, I just wanted to do a little bit of commentary on the thing, because it was actually, I think it was pretty funny. And I think I will talk to you in a bit when I am on the Polish highway. Okay, I have to capture this. I've been on this construction site. They're building a highway right there for the past, like, must be like 20-25 minutes, and we are doing the entire time 50 kilometers per hour, which is crazy. But other than that, everything is alright. okay, we have now some 2 hours later, and we are now only just around 90 kilometers away from the Polish-German border, and I have now 5 hours and 35 minutes left, 563 kilometers. I will arrive at 6 p.m, which is actually good going if you ask me. And yeah, the car's running fine, and I just want to talk a bit about the last couple of days, because the amount of that occurred or that happened in the last few days is just absolutely insane. It was absolutely sense overload, because, well, it was such, you know, there was just so much new stuff everywhere, and it was absolutely crazy, especially when, you know, when you think about it. I've driven with this car in the last 5 days through 4 new different countries, which I haven't seen before, and which the car also haven't seen before. And I mean, when it comes to traffic in the Baltic states like Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania, it's way worse. I mean, the people drive way, let's say, not so confident and very, very dangerous in some places. The traffic in Riga, Tallinn, and Klaipėda was actually the best of those 3, but I mean, Tallinn was hell, literally hell, and the moment I crossed into Poland, everything changed, because, well, all of a sudden people do drive a little bit more careful and have a little bit more, you know, sense for driving. And they, I mean, I haven't seen one single accident in the entire time I've driven through Poland. And remember, I slept last night in Gdynia, so just right next to Gdansk. And driving in Gdansk was just so much more chill than driving in Tallinn and in Riga. And remember, that's just my personal opinion, because, you know, coming from the north of Germany, yes, we have the Autobahn, but, you know, I lived in Hamburg for a bit. Hamburg is nothing compared to this. And yeah, I mean, it was just absolutely insane. And yeah, and then some of those things happened that I didn't, you know, I couldn't even film it because it happened so quickly. I saw, that's insane. I saw only in Tallinn nearly 2 crashes. Thank God they didn't collide, but I saw nearly 2 crashes in a span of like 5 minutes. And then yesterday in Lithuania, I saw a big crash happen right in front of me, like literally 4 meters in front of me, where one car T-boned another car with 90 kilometers per hour, which was absolutely insane. Thankfully nobody was hurt, but I thought about that yesterday a lot, and that could have been me. That could have happened to me. And just thinking about it gives me goosebumps, because I would have been in a country where I don't speak the language, I don't speak Lithuanian. It was literally in the middle of nowhere, like literally in the middle of nowhere, just like, I don't know, 20-30 kilometers away from the Russian border. And it was just absolutely insane. And the person that got hit, she was in a SUV. I am in this VW Golf 5, which hasn't that many safety systems as the big GLC that got hit. But I mean, that could have been me, and that gave me goosebumps. And after the crash, I've driven so much more conscious and safer after the trip, as I already did before, but after the crash I did even more. And yeah, as I already said, after I crossed from Lithuania to Poland, everything was fine, basically. I mean, this could be Germany as well. I mean, case in point, I am now only like 80 kilometers away from the German border, but Poland is really, really nice. And the hotel I slept in last night was also quite good. And another thing, I know I already said it yesterday in the last video, and I said it yeah, but I will say it again. Driving to the Russian border, and remember I've driven to the part where Kaliningrad is located, so not the main Russia, but like the part of Russia that is connected to the Baltic Sea. It was intimidating driving there. It was really something else, because the town where I stopped and where I filmed the clip, you can see the clip now. Now this is a bit of a different spot. I'm literally in somewhere in nowhere of Lithuania, in a little village, and right over there is actually Russia. This is a bit of Russia where Kaliningrad is located. And yeah, I'm here with my car in Russia, or near the Russian border, which is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. But now on to Gdansk. Was absolutely deserted. There was nobody, absolutely nobody, and there was a little, obviously this little river. I don't know if you can see it in the clip or not, but after the river there were obviously these two towers that, and there was like this symbol for Russia, and the bridge that connects this part of Lithuania and Russia together was like a fortress. I mean, the border control, the guards, I mean, I didn't have the balls to film it, but it was absolutely insane. It was absolutely insane. It was really, really intimidating. That's why I mean, I've driven there and I filmed my clip, and then I rushed away because I was like, oh my god, this is really, really, I don't feel safe. Well, that's not really the case, but I don't feel comfortable. I didn't feel comfortable when I've done that. And yeah, that's just another thought that I wanted to share, because I never felt the way at any border, and I didn't even want to cross into Russia. I was just still on the Lithuanian side, so I wasn't doing anything wrong. But it was just the, I don't know, the greatness of it all, just the scale for this one bridge. Another update, I'm now only 28 kilometers away from the Polish-German border, and as you can see, I've been in this traffic jam for the last like 15-20 minutes. I mean, it's usual at the border, so there's a bit more traffic, but yeah, oh my god, I still have 4.5 hours to go, so that's not that bad. 490 kilometers. The roadworks are now finally over. No more traffic jam. Finally. Alright, I've lost like 5 minutes, so it wasn't that bad. But yeah, we are nearly in Germany. Only 26 kilometers. And then we're back in the home country. I am now only 1 kilometer away from entering Germany via Poland. And yeah, what should I say? I mean, it's actually crazy. I can see already the border on Google Maps. 500 meters, 400 meters, 300, 200, and now, after 3,024 kilometers, we are now finally back in Germany. It's actually crazy when you think about it, because I left Germany from the north and I ended it from the east. And I think, yeah, here are customs. I think I need to turn off my camera. Here we are back in Germany. I have now 4 hours and 15 minutes back home to the north, to Hamburg. And yeah, but I actually don't want to bore you with this part because, well, in Germany it doesn't look like anything else, even though the east does look a bit different compared to the north. But yeah, I think I'll see you in a couple of hours when I maybe have something to tell or when something happens. Alright, we have now basically 2 hours later since the last clip, and actually nothing happened, and I assume that this will go on for the rest of the trip until I arrive in Hamburg. And that's why I basically want to call it now. It was an insane trip, so much. It was so fun. I've seen so much. The car held up perfectly. By the time I arrived back at home, we've driven 5,300 kilometers, and yeah, it was an absolutely insane trip. Nothing will happen today, I'm sure, but I will see you in 16 days when I talk about the facts and figures about this trip, how much I spent in total, how much I spent on fuel, how expensive was the fuel in the various countries. I want to do all that in the video in 16 days. In between will come something different. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Leave a like and subscribe if you hadn't already, and I hope I'll see you in the next one. Alright, peace!